But
Well, now that it's recording, if anything fucking goes live, it's a fucking piece of shit, and your fucking Facebook is fucking useless.
wow. Okay.
I had to Charlie the fuck out of that real quick. But now, did you actually look at the incarceration lineup?
Not yet.
Holy fuck. Just Breaking Benjamin, The Offspring, Chevelle, Godsmack, Hailstorm, I Prevail, Shinedown, Bad Omens, Parkway Drive, and that's just the top 9.
That's awesome.
That's just the top fucking bracket. Machine Head, Chimera, can't read that one. Bad Wolves, Mushroom Head, Attack, Holy Wars, Kill Switch, Engage, Hollywood Undead, Seven Dust, As I Lay Dying, Fit for a King, Upon a Burning Body, Dropkick Murphys, Skillet, Sleeping with Sirens, The Who, Shadows Fall, From Ashes to New, Bless the Fall, fucking Kingdom of Giants, Peyton Parrish, 1056, Kill Streak. Those are just the ones that I immediately recognize. That is a fat ass fucking lineup.
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah, I'd like to go to that one sometime.
That
Mushroom
is
Head.
like, I'm sorry, but fuck Rocklahoma. That's ridiculous.
All right. We are live, guys.
Oh God, I'm not ready. I'm scared.
Welcome to your Wednesday, boys.
I hope those last comments weren't on the live portion.
Well,
We'll see.
I don't know.
I could probably find out how much I screwed myself. We'll see. Give me a second.
What was said?
I don't want to repeat it.
I was going to say, well, it is now.
The first 10 seconds of the live stream was that comment. So, just great timing. Literally, I started and I'm like listening, and there it is.
I think we got to start setting alarms again. That shit just like sneaks up on us. And you're live.
Right. Like, oh.
And maybe we can do our intro music when we go live. I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't you used to have that where it would queue up automatically?
Yeah, but it still won't play on here. But no, it wasn't automatically. It was definitely all manual.
Well, you got the Stream Deck, so that helps at least.
Yeah.
That
But
helps.
Hey, so what's up, guys? What's happening?
oh, not much.
My roof.
Hopefully, we're going to have a few or a couple Chicago bands in the house today. Soil,
Chicago-nites.
Chicagonites.
I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping something sticks at this point.
If you're in Chicago, please email us on how to pronounce people living in Chicago. That would be great.
We got New Yorkers, we got Floridians, we got Texans. What are y'all?
Well, when you're saying all those other things, those were all states, and Chicago's a city. So,
Well,
That's true.
it's Chicago, though.
but then it would be the Illini because that's what they're.
Wouldn't that just be Illuminati at that point?
Oh my god.
Close enough. I've cracked the code.
They're all in Chicago. Hell yeah. So should have Soil on here tonight and a band called Definitely Maybe. So really excited about that. Soil was going to be on last week with us with the Underground, but had to reschedule it, and they're going to be on tour together. So hopefully,
Kind of cool.
yeah, hopefully we can get a little more out of them. And what happened on my screen? Anyway.
Talking to two people the same tour is going to be a first
yeah.
and pretty cool.
Hell yeah, yeah. I wish we could talk to Flaw too. Flaw's like really killer.
Send emails.
Yeah, I know.
I
I've just
wanna-
gotten crazier.
What's that, John?
I want to make mention of Bruce Dickinson's new album.
Okay.
I listened to a little bit of it last night, and I was blown away. I was just like, this is amazing. This is incredible. Like, how old is Bruce Dickinson? And he's slamming. I'm like,
That's what I was about to say. I was like, how is he still throwing it down like that?
So definitely, if you haven't heard it, go out there, do some listening, and report back to us what you think. Tell me if I'm crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, it's crazy how someone's throwing down Mr. Keith, Toby Keith.
Oh,
Yeah, that one hurt.
Yeah.
That one hurt. Especially since he's literally from Moore, Oklahoma.
Right. And I think he's got a house here in Edmond as well.
Yeah. Yep. He did. But yeah, whenever I woke up, because I saw in our little family chat, woke up, saw that, and I was like, well, good freaking morning. So needless to say, it was a Toby Keith day.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, he's good. Don't even.
Oh, no. I like Toby Keith. I like Toby Keith. I like his restaurant, too.
Oh, right. God, I haven't been there in too long.
Other happening. I did watch part of the Grammys the other night.
Oh, yeah?
That was a wild thing for me because I haven't watched those for I don't know how long. But I actually knew some of the names of the people that were taking the stage.
That's awesome. That's
Wow.
That's what kills me is I just never know anybody that's there anymore. And it's like, oh, all right. It looks like Tim King is here.
Cool.
Right.
I need to make sure I got stuff ready. I do.
Hey, Tim,
Hello?
can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How's it going, man?
I don't know. That app's all fucked up to go and figure out. So.
Oh, no. But we can hear you. You sound good, look good.
All right, good.
So we got Tim King with us from Soil. Just kind of want to introduce you to us a little bit. My name is Randy, and I'm in Oklahoma City.
Love
My name's
Oklahoma
Ashton.
City. Great town.
Yep, I'm Ashton. I'm also from Oklahoma City, so you got two of us.
Sweet.
And I'm John. I'm in Topeka, Kansas, and you probably don't love that city.
Kansas is all right. I do love Oklahoma City. There's this place, I forget what the name of it was called, but it had the best fried chicken I ever had in my life. It was in
Ishins?
Okarche, Oklahoma. Ishins,
Ishins.
that's it.
Yeah.
You hear best chicken, I'm like, got it.
Yep. They give you the slices of bread with the pickles and the fried okra and the chicken that they literally slaughter the same day and dip right in the deep fryer. Oh, best stuff I ever had in my life.
It's
See, we've
crazy
been here
because
for-
Mr. Randy's never gone.
Yeah, we've been here for about 20 years, and we've been saying, we really need to go check out Ishins.
That's it, Ishins.
Yeah, I just cannot believe we've never been there. But
It's
Oh, you
so
haven't
good.
been there?
no, I've never been there. It's
He
crazy.
hasn't.
Oh, you gotta make the road trip. I think it's only like maybe an hour away from Oklahoma City, if I'm not mistaken. But it's well worth it. Well worth it.
Go on a Saturday, and they got classic car shows right down the street.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the tour you got. You're going to be with. Oh my gosh, where did you go?
Did you lose it already? We were just talking about it.
I know, Flaw and Raw. I like saying Flaw and Raw.
Oh God!
It just
Of
rolls.
course.
Oh. So, back to the 2000s. So cool. I am really digging everything that's going on. We were able to talk to the Union Underground last week, and they're excited. Great lineup, man, and it looks like it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's the brainchild of me and Brian Scott from the Union Underground. We've been trying to plan this for literally a couple of years now, and it's finally come to fruition. So we're real excited about it.
That is so cool. That is so
awesome.
cool. You've also got a CD, or I don't even know what to call them anymore. CD, an EP, a record, whatever. Play It Forward, where you've done a few covers and everything. What went into choosing all those songs?
Yeah, during the pandemic, everything was shut down and there was really no touring. And we got offered to do 2 specialty pieces. One was recording 11 cover songs, and the other was re-recording all of our classics and hits and most popular tracks.
Uh-huh.
So we decided to do that. We didn't have anything else to do during the pandemic.
Right.
Thought it was a cool idea, and we literally, between the 4 of us, fired off songs that we all thought would be cool to cover and that we thought that Soil could pull off and would sound good in our tuning and with the Soil flavor on it.
Mm-hmm.
And if there were any doubles, triples, unanimous votes, those songs got picked. Then we kind of went on down the line, and then we got to the argument stage of, rock, paper, scissors at the end of that. But I think for the most part, we all agreed on pretty much everything. There were a few in there that we tried. We actually tried Of Wolf and Man by Metallica. That turned out sounding like a piece of shit. We tried a Corrosion of Conformity song, and we learned real fast why Corrosion of Conformity is such an amazing band.
Right.
I mean, to figure out those riffs, it's like they're jamming and soloing during songs at the same time, and we're like, no, this is too much for us. So we ended up actually swapping out the Corrosion of Conformity song with the Helmet song Unsung, which turned out really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because the songs you think that are going to be a piece of cake were the ones that were the hardest to record. We did Thunderkiss 65 by White Zombie, and we're like, oh man, that's like one riff. It'll be so easy.
Yeah, you would think,
right?
Once you dissect the song, in every chorus there's a solo. There's whistles going off and bells and sound effects and all. That song took us so long to make into our own, plus kind of give a nod to the original. We're just like, oh my gosh, we thought it was going to be the easiest thing. So, big pat on the back to White Zombie for really throwing us for a loop on that one.
Oh, wow. So what did the song Halo, what did that mean to the trajectory to Soil? That was
the
like
funny thing about that song. Yeah, the way that song came about is it was 2 songs that we merged together. Long story short is I had come to practice with the chorus of Halo, but it was sped up, and we were calling it the surf. We were calling it the surf riff because it was real staccato and kind of like one of those type things. But Ryan was singing the verse or the chorus to Halo over it, and we had this other song called God of the Day, which had the verse of Halo.
Mm-hmm.
So our 2 guitar players stayed after practice one day, and we're just kind of going through all the material we had up on the board. And our guitar player Adam's like, you know what? The chorus to this song Halo is really good. If we slowed it down and let Ryan kind of breathe a little bit on it, it'll be perfect. And then the verse to this other song, God of the Day, is awesome, but the rest of the song sucks. So why don't we combine the 2? And it just kind of came like that, and we put it together, and it started to become an audience favorite when we play out. But we never really pictured it as some sort of smash hit. It wasn't until Johnny K, the producer, got a hold of it and reworked it with us, and it just kind of took on a life of its own, and just the audience and the fan base just started running with it. I mean, if you would have asked us X amount of years, 20-some years ago, if we ever thought that was a hit, we would have said no way. And here we are still riding off the success of Halo to some degree,
I love it. I love that song. I can't believe that was 2 different songs. I love how honest you are. Yeah, that other song was just a piece of shit.
Hey, trial and error. That's the best way.
We've been a band for 27 years this month, so it's just like we don't really give a flying fuck about anything anymore. Like we've earned the right to say something's a piece of shit, you know.
Right. It's like it's ours to call it that anyways. What are you gonna do about
Yeah.
it?
It's not
There you
fucking
go.
baby.
There you go.
Throw it in the fucking trash.
Oh, good Lord.
Thank God you didn't throw that one away, man. That's definitely been great to you guys,
I probably wouldn't be here talking to you guys right now if we would have thrown that one away. So
man.
good thing. Good thing.
I
Hey,
think there's
Ashton, can you play a little bit of that?
See, that's what I was gonna say. Good job.
As soon as I heard it, I'm like, all right, it's almost here. But yeah, let's
All right.
jam out for a little bit.
What a man, I'm the king, and the one who's broken from giving. Every day, every way, I swear just one last try. You're killing me with a dead to be something that's so real. I am all sin, my hands are scarred with time.
Oh yeah.
Just a little teaser,
Oh yeah.
just to get you excited.
We're probably still going to get flagged on YouTube.
Ah,
You'll
I
be
think it
all
was
right.
like 28 seconds that I played.
Will you vouch for us?
Yeah, I'll call up Sony and tell them it's cool.
Right.
It's hilarious. Every time we get flagged and everything, you have to do a dispute. Well, it's usually on Facebook, and you have to do a dispute. And I'm like, as you can see, we are talking to the band of that song as we're playing it. I think it's okay.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I co-own a record label, Pavement Entertainment, and we're distributed through Sony. And you wouldn't believe the type of things that we have to go through with things getting flagged and all kinds of stuff. We're actually dealing with something right now with the band Art of Anarchy that we have on our label. That's Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses
Oh,
and
yeah,
Just Got Soda. We just released a new video from them, and Sony and YouTube and Vivo are flagging it all over the place because they say that there's some violence in it because of some guns and bombs are going off.
Oh, for heaven's
It's like
sake.
everything nowadays gets a flag. Who knows?
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, you would think the internet would be the Wild West. You could sit there and whip your dick out, but not anymore.
Yeah, no, there's like, no, cancel. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you can whip your dick out, but
Mine's out right now. It's just I don't have the camera on.
God damn it!
And there's where the line is.
Shit.
So, Jim, I want to ask, since you guys have been a band for so long, and I was reading one of the things on your page earlier about how you go out and tour for like a year at a time. How taxing is that on your guys' bodies at this point? Is there anything that you do yourselves?
Yeah, we don't do that anymore. I mean, back in the day on the Scars record, we toured for 13 months straight. We added it up, the days off we had in between those 13 months, and it added up to 2 weeks. Like we took off some time for Christmas, and we had a few days off in between, but we were just going nonstop, tour after tour after tour. I mean, the album was a huge success and it was popping, so we just said yes to everything. And we were going to Europe and the UK, and then we'd fly straight from there. The bus would pick us up, and we'd start a Seven Dust tour throughout the States, and then go out with Static X and Ozzy, and then Ozfest. I mean, it was an amazing time. But we were in our mid-20s back then. Now we're all in our late 40s, and we just don't do that anymore. That's why we all kind of have other things that we do. Like I have my record label. Our guitar player Adam has an office furniture installation company. Our drummer TJ, he's got a carpentry business and stuff. We all do things to where we still do Soil, but just not that long haul type stuff where we're touring 9 months out of the year. Instead, we pick and choose our battles. Like, we'll go out for 3 weeks or a month, take a couple months off, do another tour. We did Australia last year, the U.S. a little bit last year. this year we're doing the U.S. We're going to go back to Europe for 3 weeks and then go back to the UK for 3 weeks and then do a couple of fly-in gigs for festivals. But, you know, that hitting it hard like we used to, it's just too much. I mean, if we were a band like Motley Crue or, you know, Ozzy or Nickelback or any of those bands that, you know, can have 3-4 tour buses and fly to gigs, sold 2 quadrillion records and had the budget to do that.
Right.
You know, stay in the Waldorf Astoria hotels. I mean, then you can tour for 2 years straight on some of the tours they do. But for a band that, you know, made it mid-level and just kind of tipped the scales with a gold record and a silver record in the UK and stuff, we you know, we never made it to that huge echelon of comfort. So we still one tour bus, crew and band all stuffed in there and breathing on top of each other. That can only last so long in your 40s, you know.
Dude, that's brutal. That is brutal.
It gets to the point where you hear somebody crunching on cereal and you're like ready to snap their neck. It's like, I'm gonna break your fucking hand if I hear that snap of a potato chip one more fucking time, you know.
I love it. Yeah, it kind of like what you said. Brent Smith from Shinedown actually says that he is homeless. He has no home. They just stay in hotels, and I guess he stays with his son every once in a while when he has a little bit of time off. But that's huge. It's like, hadn't even thought about getting a house. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, right.
We've known those Shinedown guys forever. I mean, we toured together right when Simple Man was blowing up, and before they made it. So we were right there in the rumbling. And we were neck and neck. You know, it was like Shinedown and Soil, we were neck and neck touring together. And then Simple Man came out, and it's just like they just zoom. It's like, see you guys, all right, later, you know. And, you know, greatest group of guys in the world. Probably my biggest mistake in my entire musical career was I did have a chance to join Shinedown during Sound of Madness. They had gotten rid of their bass player, and I talked to Brett, and he's like, "If you want in, the gig's yours. We've known you forever,
right?
But you got to quit. You got to quit Soil." And at that time, a Soil record, True Self, had just come out. We were halfway through the album cycle. I'm like, should I join Shinedown? But you know, Soil's my band. I started it with the rest of the guys. Do I see it through? And I'm just like, listen, I'm like, I kind of got to see this through. If I could do both, you know, I'm in. But he's just like, no, I need you for all or nothing. And I'm like, now I'm kicking myself in the ass because, you know, that was such a huge record and everything. But, you know, who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have worked out. Maybe maybe our personalities would have clashed in a band together. They would have kicked out and I'd have nothing. So
would you stop chomping on those chips?
Right. Kick you out in Albuquerque.
Tired of smelling salt and vinegar all over the place, damn it.
Yeah.
Your ass is staying in New Mexico.
Not in a tour bus ever anyway. They smell terrible. Never ever in a confined space.
Right.
So we were kind of debating this. We have another band on after you, and both of you guys are from Chicago. What do you call people from Chicago? Is it Chicagonites, or what do you call yourselves?
I mean, I guess we call ourselves maybe Chicagoans or
Chicagoans.
Stupid motherfuckers for living in such a cold environment. I don't know. You know, what's the band you're having on?
Definitely maybe.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
It's like definitely maybe who? Finish your sentence.
I'm like, so they're not showing up. They're definitely a maybe for the show.
Dude, I did the same thing. I'm like, do you have definitely maybe or what the fuck are you even
finish?
Well, after that, the band On the Fence is going to call in. So.
Oh, On the Fence, yeah. Oh shit! You know, that reminds me when you said being a stupid ass living out in the cold in Chicago. I was doing. I was like 2
You
weeks
guys there?
ago. Yeah.
I think I lost
We
you.
lose you?
Are you still there? I see you.
Baby, come back.
Are you there? Can you hear us, Tim? Well, that's new.
Right?
It is-
Yeah, it's weird because we can hear him still.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that is weird.
Something broke. I blame you.
Well,
I'll throw a comment in the chat in case he can see that as well.
yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, that's it, man. I was going to ask him if he liked any Chicago sports teams.
Yeah.
No one dies.
Oh, you bite your tongue.
Dude, that is so weird.
Oh, that is really weird. At least you can respond and text at least, so we know kind of what's happening.
You have no idea. Randy,
Yes.
you want to respond to that?
I didn't even see it.
Oh,
Sorry. What was it?
he asked if he should
Come on.
re-log in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to start typing, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm typing in the comments on the video. Don't want to do that.
I feel bad because we got about 5 minutes of time with him left on this. My stepmom is watching, and she's talking trash on my Bears team too. So.
Uh-oh. Okay. So you
I would
gotta-
too.
There we go.
How weird.
Hey!
I was like, that's a new one.
Yeah, that was a new one for sure.
That's censorship. They caught us swearing too much, and YouTube cut us off.
Well, they knew you had your
Stop.
dick out.
I just got a message that I'm being fined $200 for swearing on your podcast.
Hey, who gets that money?
That's how we trap you.
This isn't all live, is it? Is it pre-recorded?
It is live on Facebook and
Oh
YouTube.
boy! Oh great! Hey everybody, how you doing? Sorry about that.
We've said plenty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is not a PG-13 broadcast at all.
So, Tim, I was going to ask you before we ran out of time tonight if you are a fan of any Chicago sports teams as well, since you're up in that area.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest with you, it's like I'm not a sports guy. I never really have been. So I'm the greatest guy to go to a game with or watch a game with, because whatever team you love, I love, and I'm like, go, all right, yeah, knock them.
That was a good play.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, that's a good play. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm just not a sports guy. I mean, my cousins both actually work for the Chicago Blackhawks.
I love
They've got like 3 or 4 championship rings apiece, and I mean it's a small retirement package just in the rings that they have. But
Wow.
I just
Oh yeah.
that's just not sports. Just kind of aren't my thing. So sorry. The one question you asked me tonight, I gave you the dud answer, but
No, that's okay. I just had to ask, and that's awesome that the Blackhawks is my team, so I love that.
oh sweet, awesome.
So you still nailed it.
Mine too.
Right.
Mine too. There you go.
They're awesome.
They're killer. Go sports, everybody. Go sports.
You're my fucking spirit animal.
I'm not even drunk or anything. I'm on fire tonight. I haven't even had any in me yet.
I love it. I always say my wife's more of a man than I am. I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know nothing about no sports. What the fuck?
She starts
Why do
screaming at the
people keep walking
Jayhawks,
up to
throwing
me?
remotes.
Why do people keep asking me about fucking football and shit? It's like, fuck.
Because your wife, if your wife's a huge sport fan, they expect you to be like up here.
Oh,
Right,
heavens.
swing it back to music and ask Tim if he has anything else that he wants to throw out there that they have coming up in the future that we should know about, that the world should.
Definitely anybody who's into, you know, early 2000s, you know, rock and metal and that era, that Ozfest era, come out and see, you know, Union Underground, Soil, Flaw, and Ra. Back to the 2000s package. We leave in 3 weeks in March. All of August, Soil's going back to Europe to do some festivals and headline dates. And then we're doing a really special UK tour announcement here in the next couple of weeks for a Soil headline tour in the UK with some really cool support bands that are coming with us.
Oh, nice.
So stay on the lookout for that. And then we've got a couple little fly-in festivals at Orlando, Florida, Earth Day Birthday for WJRR, and some other cool stuff. And, you know, thank you to everybody that supported us for all these years. Can't thank you enough. That's why we're still here and doing it. And we look forward to seeing some of you on the road. And for those of you who are already complaining that we're not coming to Oklahoma or Florida or Colorado or the East Coast or West Coast or anything, we are talking about a leg 2 of the Back to the 2000s. So keep your pants on, and we will figure out something. And if you're ever in Oklahoma City or in the Okarche, Oklahoma area, try Ishin.
Please.
If you don't, you're going to regret it.
I love it. It had to have made a really good impression on you, because nobody knows how to say. Who remembers Okarche? I mean, it must have really imprinted on you.
Oh, I mean, literally, I still talk about that chicken. So, I mean, and for you to know, you're like Ishins. You knew it right away. It was hilarious.
It's so good.
Couldn't have been any better. 'Cause you know what? If one of you didn't know that from being from Oklahoma City, it would have bothered me till probably next week. I'd have been looking it up, not being able to find it. You guys saved me many hours of staying awake Googling the crap out of where it is. So
amazing chicken in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna make it to Dallas, though, correct? I think I remembered seeing that. You're gonna be at Trees in Dallas.
Yeah, that we are. That we
Man, I'm gonna try so hard to make that show.
Yeah, if you want to do a few shots and then really get into some madness, come on out.
Hell yeah. I love it. Well, thank you very, very much. Our next Chicago band is here. Definitely, maybe. I don't know.
They're definitely maybe in there.
But I really appreciate your time, man. It was great.
No problem, guys. Thanks for the interview, and you guys stay safe out there. And thanks again. It was a lot of fun. Some good laughs we got in on that one.
I love
Take care now, all right?
Thank you, and
Take
hopefully
care, man.
see you in Dallas.
Sounds great, man. If you make it to the show, definitely make yourself known. We'll hang out.
Oh, absolutely. Thank
For
you.
sure.
Killer, guys. Thank you all. You guys
Bye.
take care now.
Later, man.
By making yourself known, Randy, you'll just hold up a sign that says "I am here."
I talked to you.
Hi, guys. Can you hear us?
Hi,
yes.
we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Absolutely.
crystal
Sounds
clear.
great. Sounds great. So just want to kind of introduce you to us. My name is Randy, and I'm in Oklahoma City.
Amazing.
I'm Ashton. I'm also in Oklahoma City.
And I'm John in Topeka, Kansas.
Nice.
Amazing.
waiting for
We're
it.
coming to you live from Chicago. You got Courtney and Sawyer, and I think Ian, our guitar player, is in the lobby trying to join. I don't know if you have the ability to let him in.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet.
Maybe he meant in a literal lobby somewhere.
He's sitting there like walking around like a Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
like where's everybody?
Poor Randy.
How funny. Yeah, we didn't realize it until we first got on that both of the bands that we had tonight are both from Chicago. We just got off with the band Soil.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I don't know them.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them.
Soil.
Yeah, go check them out. Fixing to go on tour with some really cool bands, Flaw and the Union Underground, and Ian's here.
And Raw.
Found him.
Raw info.
Hey, there we go.
Ian,
Welcome to the party.
the literal lobby of the church, not the video lobby.
No, it said I was in the lobby. I don't know.
I don't think anybody's ever found that lobby. I don't know where you
It said 4 people were waiting, and I was like, eh. I heard you for like 2 seconds, and then something glitched, I think.
How
But,
weird.
Sounds about right. That's just our luck.
Well, welcome to the show, Ian. Glad
Thank
you made
you.
it.
Yeah, me too.
And this is the whole band, isn't it? 3-piece, right?
Almost.
Yeah,
We have our
pretty
drummer,
much.
Julian, that will join sometimes, but you'll see the 3 of us on most of the photos.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So, all right.
So one
Ashton,
thing
what
that
do you got?
I've been super curious. First things first, where did the name come from? I have to ask that.
Guess.
Yeah, do you have any guesses?
All I know is it's been confusing a lot of us because whenever I was like, "Oh yeah, I got definitely maybe," they were like, "Definitely maybe
Who?
We're like, finish
You left
the
out the
text.
name. Definitely, maybe who?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Or possibly somebody is what we get on.
Right.
Well, it's funny you ask. Most people assume it's one of 2 things, and it's neither. They either assume that it is the Oasis album that turned 30 this year,
Okay.
which it is not.
I forgot about that.
Yes, and the second thing they assume is it's the rom-com with Ryan Reynolds, which it also is not. None of us have seen it, and at this point, it's kind of on principle. We're not going to watch it until, I guess, someone makes us watch it. But we're named after a song that came out in 2003 by a band called FM Static. If you haven't heard of them, you may have heard of 1,000 Foot Crutch, which is the lead singer's side project. So that's their like pop punk side project band.
Absolutely love 1,000 Foot Crutch.
Oh yeah, same.
Definitely not
check
the
out
direction
FM
anyone thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it though.
Plot twist.
Actually got to interview Trevor at Rocklahoma one time. Highlight of so awesome.
That's sick.
We've
Yeah,
been in contact with
such a
him.
nice guy.
He's
Such
amazing. We're obsessed.
Yeah. We've been talking with him lately, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's
So,
so much
Hint, nudge,
talent.
nudge.
wink, wink.
In the work. And also someone sent us the link to apply for Rocklahoma. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know if we still can, but
I bet I don't know if it's too late or not. I know they haven't announced anything. So
can try.
there is a Tulsa-based promoter he's got a stage out there, and he is taking submissions.
Nice.
Do you have his contact?
I wonder if that is it you?
Yeah, that's me and
Hey.
my wife and Trevor.
Oh, God.
Oh my God,
No.
that's so sick. Oh my gosh, I can see it better.
Yes, I can definitely slide you guys that information for
That'd
them.
be epic. We would
Mhm.
love that. We've had a
Sweet.
few people on TikTok comment trying to get us out to
Yeah.
Tulsa, and I know it's close to there. So.
Yeah.
You definitely see me pop my head in.
My
There we
wife
go.
said they're wrapping up the submissions on that Rocklahoma thing. So yeah, we're gonna try to get it in there really quick.
We'll do. I can do it tonight.
Yeah, I'll get you that information tonight.
Perfect.
Cool.
Ashton, I want you to go into that song that question we were talking about.
Impressed?
Single shower.
Oh, yeah. So, whenever I was doing my little research, I saw what is a 2000s emo shower singer? I saw that you were described as that, so I'm like, hang on a minute, hang on.
It's the best way I can explain it is it's an elder emo whose music taste never grew out of the years 2003 and 2007, who has never been a singer in any capacity outside of the shower.
I love it. I go, I'm a shower singer.
Yeah, I saw, and I literally put it in quotes because I'm like, I've got to ask this like word for word because that is insane. I love
I
that.
think that used to be in our Spotify bio. We have recently trimmed that bio down, so it makes a little more sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. And then off of that, 2000s, you guys have probably heard it a million times. Y'all sound just like Paramore to start this off with. Who influenced you guys? Who are your guys' like main influences?
I'd love for everyone to answer because all of our answers are extremely different.
Oh, yeah.
For me,
I hope they all say Kiss.
yeah, maybe I'd be surprised. For me, it is definitely like Thousand Foot Crutch, FM Static. I grew up in a very conservative Christian household, so there was a lot of Flyleaf, a lot of Fireflight, bands like that. So kind of that Christian pop punk emo era, it was huge for me. And then in addition to that, a ton of Evanescence, a ton of Paramore,
I totally see
a
all
lot
of
of
that.
Fall Out Boy, yeah, bands like that. It's definitely changed, but that's kind of the root of my influences. Ian definitely has a very different answer than me.
Yeah, mine are kind of all over the place. When we started playing music together before we were even a band, but we were playing in church, and so I was learning how to be a church guitar player. And like at that time, and still now to this day, my biggest influence has been John Mayer.
Okay.
And so I was trying to add a lot of that kind of stuff to
Yeah.
what we were writing in the beginning, but Courts kept like grabbing my neck, like with the, like the, like no, over here, and pulling me more
Right.
towards
Not
punk. So like, yeah, and I grew up with a lot of that same stuff, but also like, I mean, I've listened to just about every era of music, and so I don't know. I still kind of find myself fighting the urge to like go classic rock. Like that's like another thing. It's like if I'm either too John Mayer or too classic rock. So, but yeah, lately I've just been listening to a lot of the current scene for a lot of that stuff. But it all kind of blends together in my head in a fun way. You put some gain on it and don't add too many notes, and you can't really go wrong.
Yeah, and then Sawyer's a big pop girly.
Yeah. Well, I grew up listening to Hog Nelson, which actually Trevor produced.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But yeah, I grew up listening to radio, and so I have a lot of pop influences. Mainly like Justin Bieber, I listened a lot to growing up.
Taylor Swift.
Love Justin. Not so much Taylor, but would.
Nice. So the song "One More Night," I feel that song so much. The lyrics to that, just the first verse of that thing, I'm just like, oh my gosh, how descriptive and how perfect. I absolutely love it. So, what went into writing that song?
That song came together quite quickly. When we started writing it, it came from two separate ideas. So I had the pre-chorus, the "I'm just here to kill the vibe" part. That was just in my head. I had just sort of come up with it at some point, and it kind of lingered there for a bit, which is usually the sign of a good one if you don't forget it right away. And then I had recorded a voice memo in the car on my way to work one morning. And it was the line, "I don't want to live, but I don't want to die." It had a little bit different of a melody, but I remember us starting with the pre-chorus, so I just sang it a cappella. We aligned on a tempo. I sang it out loud for the boys, and then pulled up Logic, got the tempo going. I sang it a cappella, and then Ian,
Not Logic.
able to wait. What do we use? Whatever.
It's okay.
We recorded the pre-chorus. It was just me, and then Sawyer and Ian filled it in from there. And then from there, it was just so clear. I think for all of us, it was super clear in my head. So I kind of had the structure mapped out, and it was writing itself. And so I just said, okay, and then the next part's going to be really big, and it's going to have this line. And so then they would put their instruments on. I laid the chorus down, and then we usually we'll do the verses last and kind of build the biggest parts first and go backwards. But this one started with the pre-chorus, which also seems to happen a lot. So two separate ideas, and definitely some very real and raw feelings. Coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. I lost my sister in 2020 to suicide. I started therapy, was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, finally got medicated, and just kind of trying to figure my shit out, excuse my language, and that's just how it felt. And so I always, I sometimes get frustrated that my lyrics can be so literal because so many of the groups I listened to growing up, it was so metaphorical and beautiful and poetic.
No.
And I almost get frustrated that I'm too literal.
No, I think it's
but work out with
perfect.
this song.
When I read that, I was just like, that explains everything. I mean, it's I hate my friends, but I miss them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's me, man. It's like John's like,
That's
why
like-
don't you
that's
ever
like the
text?
one
Well, I
line-
miss the shit out of him, but I just never text. You know,
That's probably the one line that we
no
got the
sense.
most specific comments on it. And everyone's like commenting like, yeah, everything but the friends part. I love my friends. Like,
Where you never fight, it's all perfect.
there's so many comments like that on our TikTok.
Or they'll say like,
Right.
"What's sleeping?" because they don't sleep too much. But
Yeah.
I think Ashton's probably got that queued up and ready to give us a little sample of that song as well.
ooh,
Which it is cool because just I was scrolling through TikTok one day, y'all popped up, which I don't know if you guys run your own TikTok, but that was me that was like, hang on, let me talk to you guys. So I'm going to show everyone what I was
Hell yeah.
introduced to.
Let's go.
I love it.
I'm exhausted, but I sleep too much. I don't have the time, but I don't do enough. I hate all my friends, but I miss them so much. I'm really fucking smart, but I'm out of touch. So I'm just here to kill the vibe with all the messy shit inside my head. And maybe I will try to hide. I don't know if you can handle it. Cause I don't wanna live right, I don't wanna die. And I've said it to myself like a million times. And nothing makes sense what I feel inside. But I think I got it in me for just one more night.
yes,
Hey.
classic.
Mhm.
That is so good, so good. Ashton
There we
was
go.
like, I go, man, I really dig this, Ashton. He goes, you like it? I freaking love it. He's like,
Y'all
he's
are
kinda
old,
like,
so I didn't expect that.
There we go.
No, I dig it. I mean, I'm not a one-trick pony.
And you got
It's crazy because what was y'all's reaction whenever you first started to realize that was like blowing up?
I don't even know if we had time to react. It was kind
It
of
just
Well-
happened.
it was very unexpected. Ian, you can go ahead.
Yeah, what was kind of crazy about it was like we had never. I mean, we've seen a lot more views since the first time that it blew up. The first time it blew up, it was like when it hit like 100,000 views, we were like, "Holy shit!"
Oh wow!
And like we were literally we were getting ready to record it. The first video that blew up and people were commenting on was the demo that we did. Like it wasn't the finished song, and the song hadn't been finished yet. And so people were like, "When is it coming out?" We're like, hold
It's
on."
not even out to us yet.
Right. And then we were in LA working on recording it when it hit like a second wave. There was
Well,
another
that was
wave
the
of
first
like,
one.
well, and it had like continued to rise. It like passed 100,000, was getting more like 500,000 like while we were working on it. And it
No,
was,
no,
wasn't it?
pause. I don't want to correct you, but that's not right. So we had seen like mild success from posting it because we had it written in the spring, and then we actually played it a few times live. We played it at Summerfest in July. That's when the original TikTok was recorded, and then we wouldn't end up working on it until October of last year in LA. And so we had been posting our 3 to 8 TikToks a day every day for months and months, and the most we'd gotten, like if we got over 200, it was a good day. And by far, One More Night was the best performing song. TikTok seemed to love it. It was like the one that would get comments and shares. And then when we went to LA in October, I posted from the studio, and then I put my phone down and I picked it up, and that would be the first one to get to 100K. So that was the first one that cried. I was
That's
like,
right.
hey guys, I was like, I think this one might hit 10,000, and like it just kept going, and we were
Oh
checking
my gosh!
refreshing, and in the morning, and it was crazy, and we kept posting. And I had heard a rumor that once you get one, it's easier to get the next. So then the weekend of Thanksgiving is when I posted the one that would end up getting 3 million views. It just hit 3 million like last week. I'm wearing this sweatshirt in it. But it took another month, to get another one that would pop. And then the one that you just showed, I was shocked to see that one. I kind of forget about that one because that was like so late in the game, and I felt like people were so sick of hearing the song, and we had gotten a handful of comments that were saying, why do you keep posting the same thing, don't you have other music? And so I think the caption on that video is like, if you're seeing this on your For You page again, it's because we're not stopping until everyone that needs to hear it hears it. And lo and behold, that one took off, and it also had another one in tandem that took off with it. So they both hit 500,000 at the same time, which was pretty crazy. And that was a wild time. I think I had my phone out 24/7, just like with numbers pulled up. Spotify backend was pulled up, refreshing TikTok, trying to keep up with responding to comments. And we were all surprised because we did 2 songs in LA, and we all kind of, well, I don't want to speak for everyone, but even the producer and we were more excited about the other song. And so we just kind of wanted to get one more night out, but then it, kind of went crazy on TikTok. So we had to get it out sooner than we anticipated. And it teed up the next one really nicely, but it was just so utterly unexpected because, like I said, I thought it was so specific and so literal, and I wasn't sure if anyone would really relate. Maybe I'd get a couple of people, but it's still absolutely wild to know that 5 million plus people have heard that song.
Yeah, one of the weird things about that too is like, I don't think that we had really sat with a song for that long before actually having it produced and even like playing it live. Like when the first several songs that we made, like just had to go in our live set immediately because that's all we had. And like we had that full song written and we were playing it at a couple of shows over the summer. So, but yeah, like Court said, like by the time that we got around to actually finishing it, like we had sat with that song for a long time. So it was weird that one was the one that like all of a sudden took off. Like, Are We Having Fun Yet? We wrote like basically the night before we left for LA. Like it literally was like squeezed in at the last second. We didn't even know if the producer was going to pick that one to work on once we got there. Like it just like, it was beyond fresh, like as fresh could get besides some of the new stuff, which we wrote on the spot. Like, that was interesting for me for sure. Like,
yeah, I mean, we've been posting it since May on TikTok, and it would take until October to finally get some traction.
It's so weird how things happen, and most of the time it's just organic, and you're not expecting it. That's true to form right there. It's just like, what just happened? You can try your butt off for a year just posting, like you said, your 3 every day, and nothing. And then out of nowhere, it's just, it's weird how things work.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Do you guys have tour/upcoming shows that we need to hear about too as well? Like, let's get that information out there to the world.
Yeah, so coming up, we're playing in Detroit for the first time next Friday, February 16th, and then we're playing in Chicago on Saturday, February 17th for a festival called Snooze Fest, where everyone wears their pajamas, and it's all for charity for the Hope for Us Network, which is mental health awareness and resources, which is super cool, obviously, a cause that is near and dear to us. So we're pumped. And then we are trying our hardest to get on a tour in the spring, late spring, maybe. Cross your fingers and toes for us. That would be something we could announce soonish. Other than that, some one-offs. We're trying to get back to Summerfest. We'd love to play Rocklahoma. And our goal is just to kind of get out of Chicago more than we have. But yeah, the main 2 are Detroit and Chicago this next weekend.
Detroit Rock City.
Hell
Awesome.
Yeah. Never been. Can't wait.
He's got to throw in a Kiss reference in every show. So there it was.
His last one was too brutal, so he had to slide one in.
It's appreciated. I'm excited for this Detroit show because I grew up in Michigan, so some of
cool.
my family that, like some of my extended family, might actually be able to see us for the first time. So that's really
Right
exciting.
on. Right
Hell
on.
yeah, that'd be cool.
So speaking of, how would your family members describe Definitely Maybe to people that have never heard the band? How would they describe you?
Sawyer's mom would say, so me and Sawyer are married. His mom would be my mother-in-law. She would say there's a lot of cursing and swearing.
Oh no, I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
I've heard worse.
I know. So now we do clean versions of all of our songs, and I send those to her only. And she's like, it sounds just as lovely. My dad heard our first song. I played it for him. And about 2.5 minutes in, he said, "This is cool." He was like, "Who is this? Who's singing?"
Oh.
I was like, "It's me."
Oh no.
My family's just kind of along for the ride. I think they could definitely say something to the effect of, it's like Avril Lavigne, but for mental health, if they had to boil it down. But Ian's parents, I feel like, are big stans. So I don't know what they've said to you, Ian.
Yeah, my parents have been like super, super supportive of it. I've been making music my whole life, and I think that, like, in a really good way, what we're doing with Definitely Maybe has surprised them. Like, they've always been very proud of me, and I was a trumpet player for a long time and did all sorts of different things. I played tons of different instruments here and there, and not that I'm proficient at every one of them, but they've seen a lot from me, and this project, like, Definitely Maybe, like, my mom is like kind of over the moon about it. I think they're surprised by like the depth of the lyrics, but also just like, like one of the reactions is like, "This sounds like a real song." Like, wow.
I tried.
Yeah, like, we're a musical family, and like I especially trust my dad's ear with things.
Okay.
My mom grew up doing like choir and theater and performed in musicals and all that kind of stuff. And my dad can sing, but he didn't really, grow up kind of doing that. But he's got a really great ear, and I think that I kind of got some of that from him. And so, like, he tends to have a little bit more notes about like, "Oh, I'm having a hard time hearing this," or "I really like that drum groove," or whatever. And like, it's kind of fun because I get
That's really
a lot of
cool.
enthusiasm and like investment from them, which is great. I know that kind of a lot of people's parents are like, "Oh, that's nice," and that's kind of where the conversation ends. And that's okay.
But still, what do you
but
about it?
Have you thought about applying for a real job yet, son?
I didn't have real jobs, sadly.
Yeah.
One thing my dad said was like,
with you online.
Pretty face heavy.
Say that again. Sorry, what'd you say?
I'm just being funny, making a Twisted Sister reference. That's all.
Hey.
We did have another important question. The one-stop shop for anybody to find you guys. Where are you guys, social media wise? What's the best way to find you? Because it's not
Great
easy.
question. Yeah, definitely is a hard word to spell. So to accommodate for the difficulties and challenges when faced with looking us up, I made a link tree. So it's linktree/DM band, which is by far the easiest. That will get you to everything. It will link you to our TikTok, our streaming links, our music videos, any upcoming shows. And then we also have a website, Definitely Maybe Band, where we'll update with shows, merch, things like that. And then obviously you can find us on TikTok and Instagram, Definitely Maybe Band. We post on TikTok a lot. That's where you'll hear a lot of music, a lot of new music, a lot of fun videos of us. And then Instagram is where you'll find like shows and merch drops and things of that nature for the most part. But linktree/DM band, or if you can find your way to any of our socials, it's the same link in all the bios, and it will get you to every piece of information you need to know.
Beautiful. Linktree is so awesome.
It's the best. A beautiful thing.
It's great.
I love it.
And for anybody looking for that, it is in the comments now from the live feed. So there's a link right there for you.
Hey.
Sweet.
Easy enough.
That's nice. Well, thank you guys so very, very much. And I'm excited to see where the rest of this year takes you, man, because it sounds like you guys are heading the right direction, and the stars are finally aligning. So really proud of you.
Thank you. We sure hope
Thank
so.
you.
New song
Yeah.
March 1st and an EP in April, so there'll be new music ASAP.
Good
That's
stuff.
awesome to
Yeah,
hear.
stay tuned. And for anyone who can make it out to a show, we're already playing some of those new songs live. So right now, it's definitely the best place to get like a good sneak peek. And I know we're also posting some TikToks about the new song coming out March 1st. But there's another one still that we're playing live that I don't think we've really posted yet. So come
All
on,
right.
get a sneak peek.
Little teasers.
Cool. So where would be a good place to send you that contact information? Just
Send it to
an
me.
email?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can fill out the contact page on the band
Okay.
website too. It's all me. Or you can send a DM on any of the socials. That's me too.
Gotcha. Okay. I just wanted to
Easy enough.
make sure it hits you in the not his mom or something.
Wherever
And block. Who's this creepy old bald guy?
Sending links? I don't think so.
Right.
Whatever you find first and is easiest, it will be me, and I will respond. I'll be looking out for it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. And like I said, I can't wait to see what this year has in store for you. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so much. Thank you
Hey,
for having me.
to jump off that, I want to let you guys know we're always here for you. We'll be here if you want to come back on. We're available. I think you've been talking to Ashton, so get in touch with him. If you're
Yeah,
touring,
you guys should have my personal number. I at least sent that in the email, so
Okay, great. I'll
text
check.
or call
Awesome.
anything. And the same link that I sent you guys, always bring you in here. We'll see you guys
Sweet.
pop up and be like, oh, hey, let's pop you in.
It will be in the physical lobby and the digital lobby.
I'm never leaving the
Digital
lobby again.
please.
I
I'll
love
just
it.
be hanging out constantly.
He's like,
Right.
he's there every day.
You can ask him whatever you want. He'll talk for a long time.
Yeah.
We're here
He's
for
got a
it, though.
futon over there now. He's moving in. I love it. Oh, thank you guys so much. And please.
The next
keep
time
us-
I'm on here, I'll be in the background of one of y'all's shots. We're just gonna be hanging out like
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Love it. But yes, definitely anything that you guys have and you want us to promote, that's what we're here for. That's what we love to do. We want to see you succeed. That's how we succeed. So
Yeah, back at
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks for doing what you do. It's so
if you
important.
roll through our city, we're here for you.
Yeah.
Just let us know.
Heck yeah. Rocklahoma, hopefully.
yeah.
We also have a photographer amongst our ranks as well. So if y'all manage to sneak down here,
Yes.
we've got a
There
very,
we
very
go.
talented photographer, which you can look at BleachBANGS and see. We got you.
All right.
She's actually a photographer for the Rocklahoma book,
Mm-hmm.
as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
does
I'll-
great work. Maria Bree, I think. Oh,
I want to be in a book.
Come.
so
We'll get that application in. That's step one. Yeah.
All right.
Right now, as soon as you said that, I'm on it. Not
all
that
right. Well,
bad. It's really not that bad.
we will see you guys at Rocklahoma
Yeah.
2024.
Let's manifest it. Let's go.
That's right.
Do it.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
See
you guys.
later.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
You too.
All right, Ashton, do you have a exit music at all?
Potentially. My mouse is being extremely slow on my other monitor for some reason. So give me-
All right, guys, we won't be here next week. We will be the week following for sure. So
Right.
Okay. So is that our sign off?
yeah, take us out.
Alrighty, Dan.
We bang your ugly friends too.